Hi fellow crocheters, it's Janet with CrochetPatternsForBeginners.com. Thanks for stopping by today. Today we're going to pick up right where we left off, which was we left off on our single crochet. We learned how to do that. Now we're going to learn something called the back loop single crochet. And the reason that I want to teach you this is because we're going to do our first project together. And that is going to be a very useful, we'll call it a utility project if you want to, but it's for a dishcloth or a washcloth, whatever, however you want to, whatever you want to call it, it's fine. It's made out of cotton, so it's actually, we could actually do both. But with these two stitches, or actually with a chain stitch, our single crochet, and our back loop single crochet, we're actually going to be able to create something that we could use. So I'm pretty excited about that. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and let's learn this other stitch that we have to in order to get to that point. Okay, so we've learned how to do our single crochet. So this is just a variation of that. And the first thing that you need to do is you need to look at your stitches. And again, we talked about how the top of the crochet looks like it forms a V. There's a V there, a V there, a V there, a V there. You can see it when you look at the top of your work. And that's how you know that you're doing it the right way. Okay, so we've chained one, we're at the end of our row, and now we're just going to go in and single crochet one time. I like to, when I'm doing back loop, I don't like to back loop all the way across because it makes the edges kind of wonky if you do it that way. Because what you're doing with a back loop, because you're only crocheting into one loop, you're kind of opening up your piece. This is really great actually for if you want to make like a sweater or something like that where it's got some texture to it, but at the same point in time it's going to hang or drape nicely. So what you want to do the back loop single crochet, same stitch, just in a different spot. Normally we would just go right through here with our hook, right? I'm not going to do that this time. We're going to look at the top of our stitch, and it consists of two loops. It consists of a front loop and a back loop. We're only going to be concerned with this back loop for this stitch. And you'll see some patterns will actually say proceed with the entire piece pattern in the back loop. So it's good that you're getting familiar with this terminology. All right, so we're just going to single crochet right into one loop only, not two, one, and the back loop. So we're going to single crochet, and you guys have already got this down. I'm just showing you where to insert the hook initially. Back loop, single crochet. Back loop, single crochet. Back loop, single crochet. Back loop, single crochet. See? It's creating a nice little ridge, and see how it's opening up the stitch a little bit? All right, back loop, single crochet, back loop, single crochet, back loop, single crochet. Now we're in our last stitch, so just for beginners only. As you get better at this, then you can always just go the back loop all the way. But again, I want your piece to turn out square, so we're just going to do a regular crochet here at the end. And quite frankly, if you're going to learn how to knit, and we have a knitting website as well, knittingpatternsforbeginners.com, and I don't have any videos up for that yet, but I will here within the next month or so after the holidays perhaps. But that's going to also prepare you for knitting, because in a lot of knitting patterns you always knit in the first stitch anyway, so this is just a good prep for that. But do you see how you've kind of created that ridge right there? And that's what you're doing. You're just pulling this loop forward on this row so that it creates a beautiful ridge. If you have a sweater or sometimes, I'm just trying to think what else, just mostly just a sweater, it's called a ribbing or a ribbing, and it's usually on, I don't have one on today, I just have a jacket on, but the ribbing is usually found on the hemline of the sleeves, or sometimes it's also found on, say, like a jacket or a sweater too. It's at the waist, the hemline at the waist. So it just kind of pulls everything in and makes it look a little more finished with a different kind of edging. All right, guys, you learned how to back loop single crochet. Watch for the next video because we're going to actually make a project together. And believe it or not, again, all you need to know how to do is chain stitch, single crochet, and back loop single crochet. Once again, crocheters, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Janet with CrochetPatternsForBeginners.com. Happy crocheting!